All right. Welcome back, everybody, to Altcoin Daily, where you subscribe. My name's Austin. I found this clip that just dropped from CNBC a few days ago, and not a lot of people are talking about it. I want to share something very specific with you. CNBC just had managing partner and head of research at Fundstrat Global, Tom Lee, who is a crypto bull, strangely enough, they had him on to talk about traditional markets. And from his research, his perspective, he says that traditional investors are a bit too bearish going into 2020 for the stock market and traditional finance. So they have a long discussion on that. I'm going to link this whole interview down below in the description. But right at the very end, almost more of an afterthought, CNBC asks Tom, hey, why are we seeing such depression in the Bitcoin markets? Why are we seeing this bloodbath for the price?
All right. Before we let you go, I got to ask, what's happening with Bitcoin? It's been a bloodbath so far for a lot of these crypto investors. Is this something that we can kind of continue to see happening into next year as well? And is there a bottoming process at all taking place in places like Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies?
Yeah, I think Bitcoin's weakness really since July is really understandable because regulatory resistance has grown, right? We've had congressional hearings on Libra, and the White House has been, publicly against Bitcoin. So I don't think adoption has really grown since July. And if you can't grow adoption, the network effects don't take place, and so Bitcoin drifts lower. But, does this change, the 10-year or 5-year or even 2-year outlook for Bitcoin? I don't think so. Next year, there's a lot of reasons to be more optimistic about crypto. One is that as equities have made new highs, I think it really sets the stage for, risk-tolerant investors to add capital to risky assets like Bitcoin. There's the halving next year. And I think China, while it's given mixed messages, is clearly more pro-digital assets, blockchain, and underlying that is cryptocurrencies. So I think that the regulatory developments are less bad in Asia versus US.
All right. I like it. So according to Tom, he says that we're seeing this depression in the Bitcoin price since July. He says because regulators haven't been too keen on digital assets like Libra and other cryptocurrency-like things. Now what do you think? In my opinion, we just went up too far, too fast, unsustainable growth, and once we find a little local bottom, hopefully we can build slower and steadier and healthier going into 2020. That's me. But did you catch this? Did you notice this from CNBC in this segment where they have Tom Lee saying that long-term, the price of Bitcoin has huge upside potential? Right down below to their mainstream audience, Bitcoin extends losses down 85% plus for 2019. Outrageous statement. Bitcoin is up over 100% actually for 2019, and we might be down 85% from July, but we're still up 100% for 2019. But you know what? This is just CNBC doing exactly what the mainstream media has always done, leading the sheeple. In today's video, I have interesting news involving Bakkt and some breaking news for you, a green flag coming out of Germany. So hit subscribe. You do not want to miss one of our daily news updates, keeping you informed on the crypto space, despite what the mainstream media tries to tell you. Hit the like button, support the channel, and next piece of news. German banks are now officially allowed to sell and offer custody for crypto assets. Check this out. From next year, so 2020, banks in Germany will be allowed to offer the sale and storage, meaning custody, of cryptocurrencies under new legislation. So Germany is clearly warming up to cryptocurrency a little bit because how this was different than what has previously been in effect. Previously, banks were barred. It was illegal from offering direct access to crypto assets, but the new law implementing the 4th EU money laundering directive would change that. Now, has this law been passed, or just like many other things, is this just hype that will never come into fruition? Guys, don't be so jaded. The bill has already been passed by the German federal parliament, the Bundestag, and is expected to be signed off by the nation's 16 states. So it's well on its way. In my opinion, this is a green flag, even though banks should have nothing to do with Bitcoin or cryptocurrency. This is German banks saying, wow, there's a future for this. We better try and control this as much as we can. Of course, we know they could do nothing to Bitcoin, except in this case, store it and probably make interest off it. And before we get to Bakkt, let's get to some interesting news. It's a green flag out of Yahoo Finance. Yahoo Finance brings Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, and extensive crypto data to over 70 million users. 70 million users? Why the hell isn't the price going up? Well, this data, this stat, is because Yahoo is the online leader for personal finance with 70 million unique monthly visitors. MSN has 65, CNN only has 50 million. So Yahoo Finance has the most eyes on finance out of their competition. Well, industry leader Yahoo Finance is now partnering or at least integrating CoinMarketCap's market data selection. So the crypto price tracker CoinMarketCap that you use, that you like, is now powering Yahoo's cryptocurrency market data section. So Yahoo's integration of CoinMarketCap's data further legitimizes an emerging space that reaches well beyond popular cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP. And that's true because the people that use Yahoo Finance, honestly, they probably skew a lot older than the people in cryptocurrency. They're probably the people that really aren't in cryptocurrency. But now Yahoo is pulling CoinMarketCap data that allows users to track prices, market capitalization, daily trading volume, and circulating supply of 118 coins. And I've pulled the exact website for you. This is what those 70 million monthly users on Yahoo Finance will see. It's basically just like a CoinMarketCap, but with the Yahoo Finance logo. They can also go to heat map and see where the heat is. So, pretty interesting. Next piece of news, Poloniex has now officially acquired Tron's biggest decentralized exchange. What? How can you acquire a decentralized exchange? To me, that would seem that it would be centralized, but check this out. Cryptocurrency exchange Poloniex now controls the largest decentralized exchange, DEX, on blockchain network Tron, official reports state. And this was even confirmed by Tron CEO Justin Sun on November 29th, that Poloniex will now operate TRX market under the new name Poloniex. Very interesting. To me, this would seem like a pretty major single point of failure if any of the regulators wanted to come after this. So how decentralized is this? I would say not at all. But you know what? You tell me. Like always, just use this channel as a jumping off point. IBM has filed a blockchain patent for fighting package theft by drones. So how big of an issue will drones be in stealing packages? According to a filing published by the United States Patent and Trademark Office on November 12th, IBM will track drone altitude using Internet of Things altimeter while continuously uploading that data to a blockchain secure network. So why do you need a blockchain? Well, the answer is always you need censorship resistance in some sense, but they're also using Internet of Things altimeter, and this really illustrated the fear that IBM and tech companies have right now. It might become ordinary for drones to be used for stealing packages in the future. Well, then what's the solution? The solution is the idea that packages will be outfitted with an altitude sensor that triggers if the altitude on a package changes is being talked about. Once the alarm is triggered, the GPS-enabled Internet of Things device will transmit its exact location of the package, the exact location data, to a tracking module. It's like giving your Amazon packages a way to call SOS when something goes wrong en route to your house. Wow, interesting. So take a good look. This is the thief of the future, potentially, unless this patent goes through. And this was weird to me. Bakkt CEO will be asked to fill the Georgia Senate seat. This is Kelly Loeffler. She's in charge of Bakkt. And Bakkt's chief executive, Kelly Loeffler, has reportedly been picked by Governor Brian Kemp to serve in the U.S. Senate until the special election of November 2020. Now, I am personally very wary of this story because we're receiving no confirmation. Because, in fact, not only the governor's office, but the Republican National Committee, Georgia Republican Party, and Senator Isaacson, who is appointing Kelly Loeffler potentially, none of them have responded to a request for comment from CoinDesk. So I'm not sure what CoinDesk's source in this. They don't list that. They just list all the people that refuse to comment. But according to CoinDesk, Loeffler will likely be asked next week to serve as the replacement of U.S. Senator John Isaacson, who has announced plans to vacate his Senate seat on December 31st, according to a report by the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. So I stand corrected. The Atlanta Journal-Constitution is reporting this, and I guess the source is they're citing several senior GOP officials. So if this is true, something to stay wary about. This would only be positive for Bitcoin, at least in the Georgia area. But just keeping you informed. But what do you think? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. If you got value, feel free to give the video a like. And like always, I'll see you tomorrow. Actually, it'll be my brother that'll see you tomorrow because often we switch off making daily news videos. But see you then.